Hello and welcome to this short video in which I will show you how you set up your CS6 SE from Creality in Cura 4.8.0. So when you have the CS6 SE, first thing when you have built your own printer at home, you have to go to the website with the link below, Ultimaker Cura, and then you have to push the download button. Here you can choose on which OS your laptop or PC works, and then you have to click download. When you have downloaded the program, you just have to open it, and then maybe there's coming that you have an older version when you have other printer or something, and then you have to click go further, accept the terms of use, choose in which partition you want to install your program, install it, click installation. I already have it installed, then I do not have to install it again, but click this here and then the program will install and open by itself. I already have installed Cura, so I don't have to install it again. You have downloaded Cura and already installed Cura. You can open Cura and then go to extensions, not to settings. Then you go to printer and then you have to add a new printer. Then you choose add a non-networked printer. You go down to Creality, Creality 3D. There you can choose the Creality CS6 SE. Then you give him a name, so maybe I choose Creality CS6 YouTube. Here these preferences and machine settings are already good and working without any problems, so you go to next, and then you have here your CS6 SE. Here you can choose between different materials, so maybe PLA, or you can choose to ABS or something like this. Important is then you use the standard nozzle, it's 0.4 millimeters, then you have two letters here. Then here you can choose the different things of your printer. When you want to have the most printing settings, you have to go to Preferences, Cura Configuration, then go to Settings and have to choose here Custom Selection. Then you can choose the different ones which you want to manipulate. So then here we can choose between different profiles, so dynamic quality, standard quality. I always print with 0.2 millimeters. Here the standard preferences are okay. So the infill density I use for the most of the time, 20% infill, and then cubic. You can always choose to grid or something like this. Then the printing temperature for PLA I use most of the time 200 to 220 degrees. It depends of the different materials. Then here the build plate temperature I use 60 degrees. This is good for the most of the prints. And then the print speed I use for the most of the time 100 millimeters per second. When I want to print little things, I use sometimes 50 millimeters per second. When the don't go down at the heat plate and they want to leave the heat plate. So then traffic retraction always activated and let them all activated. Cooling speed I use 100%. Then the build plate adhesion type. So how I said, when the things want to go down from the build plate and don't want to attach there, then I choose 50 millimeters per second, and then most of the time this works without any problems. So now we can put in a point STL file by drag and drop. This thing is a little bit small, so I go down to scale it about. Then when you click left on this, and here you can put it in any direction you want and move it around. Here you can rotate it without any problems. And by build plate adhesion type, when you slice it and go to preview, you can see what this thing makes. So the standard skirt is 1 or 2 rounds around your object, but I use for the most of the time prim. Prim goes down a few times about your product, and then the adhesion to the build plate is a lot better, I think. So I don't have any problems with this one. And then depending on your design, you can activate generate support. So when you want to print this, you activate the support between this maybe, or when you only want support between the heating bed and the first thing on your object, you can go to touching build plate, and then only you have support to the first thing down below. Yes, so I think these are the most things you have to know about Cura and the CR6SE in the version 4.8.0. So if you have any questions, you can write it down and comment